and we welcome a special guest to the Dawn Show. We are live and we are local here, and this is Ella Walsh. Welcome to the Dawn Show. Ella said she wanted to be on TV, but she didn't want to talk, so we're not going to make you talk at all. With Mom Audrey and Dad Joe, we've been having a conversation about Ella's Retreat, ellasretreat.org if you want to check it out on the web. But you know, what a blessing and what a gift, you know, to think about this beautiful little girl. You have two other beautiful children too, but to see you and to know that you're cancer-free and that you're okay and that you've inspired a whole movement that's helping lots of other kids and families. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Can you give me a thumbs up? Pretty cool. You know, when you hold her, and sometimes I imagine at nighttime, Audrey, you think about the past 4 years and what you've been through.
Oh, I sneak in her bedroom a lot and just watch her sleep. And, you know, she's come a long way. I mean, just physically, when I look back at pictures of her, I can't believe it's the same girl. And I thought she was beautiful then, with her little bald head and her skinny little body. I mean, I never looked at her and thought, oh my goodness. But now when I look back, it's a little hard, you know. And I often will go in while she's sleeping and just, you don't know this, but, and I'll just stare at her and I just think, I'm so lucky. I'm the luckiest woman on earth. And I think nothing that we go through after this, I can get through anything because we've gotten through that. And, you know, it just puts everything in perspective for you. You know, it really, really does. I mean, you think you have hardships and, you know, people worry about finances and I understand, but when your child goes through something like that, nothing else matters. So I feel like so fortunate that we're able to be on the other side of that. And like you were saying earlier, I really hope it does provide people with hope when they see Ella and they realize, you know, she is a happy, healthy little girl. She goes to dance, she has friends, she, you know, plays roughhouse with her brother and sister. She's just living a life that she should be living. And, you know, we were fortunate that we had the medical treatment we had and that we had people helping us along the way. You know, just that helped mentally so much. You know, the mental sustenance that other people were able to give us, family and friends, was huge. And
what's the prognosis? Now you go to CHOP, you go to Children's Hospital, but when's the next checkup and how does that go?
So we're going the end of this month, July, and she'll have her MRI, and it used to be every 3 months, and then it went to every 6 months, and then if this one's clear, which we're really believing that it will be, she won't have to go for another year, and then she will be considered completely cured of cancer.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So you're going into first grade this fall, which is exciting, the big first grade. And how old are your older kids? Can you share with us the ages of your three?
Yes, our oldest daughter, Emily's 12, and she has a younger brother, Colin, who's 10. And they're a lovely, fun bunch right now.
Well, and that's the thing that I want to get into, that you know, it's not just about Ella, it's you coping with it and all the worry as a parent, the financial stuff, but then you've got to worry about the older siblings who are also worried. Yeah. Were there times when they expressed to you what they were going through, either during it or after?
Well, my father passed away from cancer 7 years ago, so I think their only experience with cancer was someone that they loved passing away, you know, Pop. So I remember Colin specifically, he was young when Ella was diagnosed, and he said, well, I guess Ella's going to die, you know, because Pop died. And you know, I think they had those moments. I was really glad that he was able to express that, and we had a long talk about how Pop was older and had a different kind of cancer and didn't have the kind of treatment available that Ella had. And, you know, there was definitely dialogue with them about their worries and fears. But having said that, they were phenomenal through the whole experience and have been wonderful with just taking care of their sister, much like older siblings do, and, you know, being a part of Ella's retreat and wanting to make signs or make bracelets. Emily and her friend, our neighbor, had made some bracelets, and that garnered a lot of donations from people as they would go by stands that we had at different events, and they would have their bracelets there, and people would donate money and take their bracelets. And so it's been a family affair, you know. I have to say, positive has come out of it. You would never think that when you get that diagnosis.
Right.
But positive things have definitely come out of it. And I think our children have learned compassion and empathy.
Which is a pretty amazing lesson to learn at such young ages. I noticed that even many of the children surviving cancer through CHOP, and you meet them and you say, wow, this kid is just beyond their years, like an old soul. But I think it does, it makes you go through something and grow as a human being, whether you're a young child or whether you're a mom or dad.
Yeah, so, sometimes we don't give kids enough credit. They're really strong, compassionate people in of themselves, and we were very cognizant of that, and we wanted to include our children in the entire journey, the good and the bad, and use it as a teaching moment, I think, as well. And
well, speaking of a teaching moment, we do want to share your August 2nd event that we want you to come to. We want to give you that information here on The Dawn Show when our conversation continues. Okay, so now we've got the whole Walsh family here. We've got Colin, Dad Joe, Emily, Audrey, and of course Ella, who's the inspiration for all of this, for Ella's retreat. So tell me about, you doing okay?
Yeah.
All right, got your Phillies t-shirt. So tell me about the August 2nd event for Ella's retreat.
Sure, so we are having a benefit concert in Bryn Mawr. It's part of the Twilight series concerts that they do there. It's something that is, as I understand it, has been a fabric of the Bryn Mawr community for many years. They do these weekend concerts. They've had acts like Dar Williams and John Gorka.
And my friend Lauren Hart, bring a blanket, have a little picnic. It's a lot of fun just to sit out and for a good cause, for Ella's retreat.
Exactly it. We
Gourmet ice cream. I mean, you can't go wrong with
popcorn.
that. So yeah.
There will be a
pretzels, water.
really hot kids act called The Plants. The Plants are right now the #1 album on Kids Corner, XBN Kids Corner, if you listen to Kids Corner, and then a band called The Silence and the Cabin Dogs. Wonderful music, and it's just going to be a night to sit under the stars and relax and share some laughs and listen
And
to
that's
some good
August
tunes.
2nd. So
August
thank you so
2nd.
much for being here. You have a beautiful family.
thank
A lot
you.
of inspiration.
Thanks so
ellasretreat.org.
much.